Hello and greetings, ladies and gentlemen of YouTube and the world. So welcome back to another Minger Show video, and today I'll be doing another review for Moonknight Season 1, Episode 4. And then we got 2 more episodes right after this. So before I continue on, if you guys are new or coming into the Minger Show, or you guys are just returning to the Minger Show, if you guys don't know what I normally do with the newcomers, I normally just do trailer reactions and reviews for Netflix, Disney Plus, and when I go see movies in theaters. And sometimes I do theater videos, unboxing videos, and gaming videos, which I haven't really done any of those in a little while. But just stay tuned for more exclusive content on the Minger Show by clicking that subscribe button and that notification bell so you guys get notified when I do post. So yeah, today I'll be doing another review for Moonknight Episode 4, and it's going to be 52 minutes. And you guys know the drill. I'm going to watch it. I'm going to gather all the information I can, and then after I'm going to give out my honest review, what I think about the episode. I mean, the last 3 episodes were pretty awesome. I really enjoyed them, and I get now we get to see what's going to happen next. And on the last episode, we were able to see that Khonshu, the moon god, was trying to tell Marc or Steven at the very end how to like move all the stars in the sky around so they can find the star alignments so they can find the tomb where what's her, I can't remember her name at the top of my head at the moment, but Aminet, there we go, Aminet, to find Aminet's tomb. But the other gods saw what Khonshu was doing, and they decided to put him in this, turn him into stone. And before he got turned to stone, Khonshu told Steven, Marc knows how to free me, let him know, yada yada, and that was the end of the episode. But I really enjoyed it. It was really cool. And so yeah, so that's mostly it. So I'll see you guys a little soon, and I'll give out my review for episode 4 called The Tomb. So I'll see you guys a little soon. Hey guys, so I am back for part of the review of Moonknight episode 4, and I gotta say, oh my god. Okay, so a lot of good things were happening throughout this episode. So in the beginning, it got left off on the last episode of episode 3 where Steven, aka Marc, passed out after, Khonshu got turned to stone for his imprisonment. And then after Layla had no choice than to try to drag him around because there's a truck coming by trying to shoot at him, and then they were able to escape from that, and then they were able to follow the trail where Omnet's tomb is. Omnet's tomb. Yeah, there we go. So they're going to Omnet's tomb where Harrow went to uncover her, to find her, and then. So basically, they follow them all the way towards the dig site, and then they find the hole where they climbed down, and they were looking all around the area, gathering the supplies from their campsite, and then they went down, and Steven was the one who was taking over the bodies the entire time. He didn't let Marc through Marc in until very close to the end of the episode. But it was pretty cool because it was pretty interesting because I love Steven's enthusiasm and how when he goes down into the tomb area, he's getting all excited because he's seeing all these cool Egyptian hieroglyphics and the lion shaped statues in the entrance of Omnet's tomb, and he's getting all giggly. He's like, oh my god, this is so cool. It's like, yeah, so I just like how Steven is getting all excited because he's seeing all these those statues, and they're basically, like I said, they're the guardians of the tomb, and so it's pretty cool. So they proceed on with the exploration of the tomb, and he's helping Layla which way to go because there's multiple tunnels going to we're trying to find where she is. So he was able to figure out it's actually a maze, and he draws the Eye of Horus. So he's like, okay, so they were able to figure out where to go first, and it's like, okay, so the eyebrow is scent or something. No, sense, and then the eye resembles sight or something, and then the mouth resembles voice. Yeah, and so basically, he was able to figure out which tunnel to go to. He says, okay, so I think the better, basically Lila and him were debating. I was like, okay, so Arrow is more on finding Emmett's voice. So they decided, okay, so the voice is going towards the tongue. So they go into the tunnel where the tongue is, and then they were able to like go through this one room where it kind of looks like a sacrificial chamber. You know how in the old Egyptian times, you know how they when they turn pharaohs into like and put them into those sarcophaguses. You know how they have them on the table and they're they're when they're dead. You know how they're slowly like ripping out their like brains through their nose and taking out their body parts like their hearts and their like lungs and whatever, and then you put them into the sacred jars. So okay, so here's something pretty interesting. Okay, so they're going through the room, right? And it's in that it's like that sacrificial table, and they're going through, and then all of a sudden they hear gunshots. And then before that, Steven was looking at all the Egyptian writings on the walls, and he's trying to find clues like towards the next area. He climbs to the top floor. He looks at more stuff, and he sees another like entranceway to another tunnel that leads somewhere. And before everything, they hear gunshots, and then it's Arrow's like crew. Apparently, we hear this like weird creature noise, and this creature comes out with one of Arrow's goons, puts it on the table, and starts cutting it open. It kind of looks like a undead, it looks like an undead guard, but basically it's not really a guard. It kind of looks like more of a creature, and it's cutting the dude open, taking out its heart and putting it in one of the jars. I didn't know what it was. I don't know if it was a jackal. It's not a jackal. I mean, a jackal is a freaking dog. It's not a dog. It's an undead. Because when you look at it, it has like the gold plate across the chest up top, and it has like the gold like somewhat the gold like garments a little bit on the bottom, like covering its like crotch area. And he has like the arm like golden arm bracelets. So I don't know if it's like one of the Horus's like dog guards or what. I don't know, but the thing was all black, so I want to imagine it's like a Horus like guardian or something like that. And whoever trespasses in the tomb gets cut open and gets their freaking parts put into freaking jars. It's like, okay, sure. And then after that, Lila gets caught by the thing, and then she was able to get escape, but by having Steven helping her to get away by distracting the thing, and then Steven was able to like run to another that's hallway, and then Layla goes in this one big room. She's trying to maneuver, trying to get across on the other side because there's another entrance, and then here's another big kicker. So she encounters another one of those things because I don't know if it was the same one or it was a different one, because Steven knocked over a table in that one room they were in, and it squished squashed that black dude or the black mummy figure thing. And I think there's more because another one got encountered and grabbed her into the darkness while she was trying to like walk across on the freaking stone ledges, trying to get it on the other side, but she got. And then she's trying to fight it in the darkness, and then she rips off the freaking head and starts whacking at it. And then she takes one of the flares and just sticks it right in the freaking eye and knocks it right off the freaking cliff area. Oh god, she's badass. And then after that, it leads on to Steven finding a tomb room, and he looks like around, and he's talking to Marc in the process because Marc is talking to reflections in the water because there's water in some parts of the area. And then we see he goes around this like golden plaque where it says like hieroglyphics, and he's reading it, and he realizes who this might be on the other side. So he walks around. It's a sarcophagus, and he figures out who it is. It's the long lost tomb of Alexander the Great. And was like, what? Holy crap. So he opens it, and then he sees Marc in the reflection of this. There's this like gold tablet, and there's this like freaking golden like axe looking thing inside, and then he's trying to talk to Marc, and it's like, okay, well, if what you're saying is true by him as Alexander the Great being the voice of back then, there might be something in his mouth. So Steven is getting all gross and he's like tearing the freaking like badges off away from the mouth, the face, and he pops off the Alexander's mouth, and he says like, oh, oh, he sticks his whole arm in, it's like, oh, 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 and he pulls out this weird statue-like thing, and I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's like someone in imprisonment, like the gods did back then, like what the gods did to like Khonshu, but it was like a little stone like figure. Don't know what it is. Excuse me, my nose is getting all. Okay, I'm good. But yeah, so then he takes it, and then and also it shows to another scene where Lila is talking to Arrow, because she's still in that one big open like gap area room where she's trying to get across. And Arrow shows up on the other side, starts talking to her about her father, how he got killed back then, and Marc was there when it happened, and he was telling her like what that he was the one that killed him or somewhat, and she doesn't believe him. And then after Layla finds Steven, she's like, okay, I want to talk to Marc. I want to know if he killed my father. And then Marc was able to like control Steven's body, and Steven is like, I guess Steven probably just let him in, and then Marc is talking to Lila. He's like, yeah, I was there, but I didn't do it. It's some dude that part of the crew went ballistic and started killing everybody. And he was this dude was a freaking psychopath, and he killed her father. And she blames Marc for bringing a psychopath and killed her father. And she's like, why did you tell me that from the past? And Marc is like, I want to tell you, but when we first met, yada yada. There was a whole conversation about it. I don't want to mention a lot about it, but yeah, it was good. And then after that, she left after they were hearing some. They were kind of hearing some of those like mummy like things again, and but it ended up being like Arrow and his crew, and they found like Alexander's great tomb, and then he was asking Marc, he's like, I want you to give me what you have right there, and Marc didn't want to give him the statue thing or whatever, and he got shot in the chest twice after killing some of his people. Then after that, I don't know what was going on. I think after he got shot, he fell into some water. He was floating. I don't know if he was floating down. I don't know. The water didn't look like too deep. I think it was just like an illusion or something like that. But basically, he's falling into a sleeping state or something, and then he appeared in this like insane asylum or something like it. Everything's all white, and then everyone he knows is like a patient there. Like Lila's there, but Lila is not really Lila. I think she's kind of like a patient. But I think on my mind, I think he's actually inside his mind. And at one point, he sees Harrow, but Arrow's not really Harrow. He's like this doctor psychologist where he's trying to talk him for not being insane, because Steven's weren't it's not Steven, it's actually Marc. And Marc is like in his white suit. It's not one of those suits where you have his arms like this, but he's just like very loopy, and he's sedated. And he's like and everything's all blurry around him. And he's trying to talk to the doctor, but it's not really the doctor. It's just Harrow, but it's not really Harrow. I think it's just like an illusion of who he is. And then he was able to figure out. He's like, no, wait, you shot me. And he's like, no, what are you talking about? I didn't shoot you. So I think he's imagining people he knew after he got shot being different people in his, I don't know if it's in his mind or what, and then all of a sudden after he escapes from the room, after he beats up some people by whacking them in the face, he runs off, and then he was able to find another room after like hiding from these two dudes trying to find him. There's this like sarcophagus of Alexander the Great, and he opens it. It ends up being Steven. So Steven and Marc are actually talking face to face. And there's like, how is this possible? We should be like, it's like, why are you like here? It's like, I don't know. And then they're escaping, and then there's this, the rooms are shaking, and then they're trying to get out of the area, and then they end up and then all of a sudden there's this big giant figure opening these doors. It's a freaking hippopotamus in a freaking Egyptian outfit, and it cuts out to the end of the episode right there. I'm just like, what the hell is that thing? Oh wow. So that's basically the entire episode. I didn't want to mention a lot about what was going on, but if you guys want to go see that entire episode, go see it right now on Disney Plus. It's out, and I tell you, this show is getting really good. I am loving it, and the music for this episode, absolutely love it. Great, and I love how in this episode, how Steven for the entire episode is trying to figure out all the clues in the tomb, and it just brings me a lot from like Natural Treasure and stuff like that, and the Mummy, and I just love all those cool like little elements towards what was going on through the entire episode, and I just absolutely love it. So I think for the rating for the episode, I think that's gonna give it a spot on like I'll give it a 9 out of 10. Yeah, I'll give it a 9 out of 10. It was great. I loved it, and it was just amazing. I know a lot of people probably criticize me. It's like, well, I don't think you should really give it like high ratings like every time. It's like, well, I really enjoyed what was going on, and I would love to see what's going to happen in the next episode. So, like I said earlier, there's going to be 2 more episodes. So, episode 5 and 6. There's going to be only going to be 6 episodes. I know, big shocker, but it's only a limited time series from Disney, so they don't have any other plans for the show. But I don't care. The show is awesome. I'm loving it so far, and I can't wait for the last 2 episodes for next week and the week after. The last episode is actually going to be on the last week before my birthday, before May 6th. I'm just like, oh, this is going to be awesome. And on May 6th, Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness is going to come out into theaters, so stay tuned for that future episode, guys. Oh, I'm going to love that week. Oh, yeah. So, that concludes this episode, guys. So, thank you guys for watching. If you guys want to stay tuned for more exclusive content for the comic book show, like Marvel and Star Wars and all that crazy shagnay, stay subscribed and hit the notification bell so you guys get notified when I do post. And yeah, so go see it. Go see the episode right now. It's great. Start with the first episode, then work your way to now. And yeah, so Marc, I just love Oscar Isaac's performance in this show. He knows his acting, and I absolutely love it. So, Oscar Isaac, if you do see this, I don't know if you will or not. I don't really give it down, but you are an amazing actor. I think I love what you do, and just keep going. And I got nothing else to say. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. So peace out.